You believe you decide consciously. You believe choice begins with thought. But long before logic appears, your mind has already moved. The decision is not born in awareness. Awareness only arrives later. To explain what has already happened, the mind decides first. Neuroscience confirms what most people resist. The brain acts before it explains. Emotion precedes logic. Reaction precedes justification. You do not think your way into choices. You feel your way into them. And then you call it reason. This is why persuasion works. Not because people are unintelligent, but because intelligence arrives after the decision. The conscious mind is not the decision maker. It is the narrator. It tells a story to protect coherence. Marketing understands this. Power structures understand this. Social conditioning depends on it. If the mind decided last, influence would fail. But it doesn't. The mind decides first. This is why you feel pulled toward certain choices, without knowing why. Why some options feel safe, why others feel threatening. The feeling appears instantly. The explanation comes later. Most people mistake familiarity for truth, repetition for alignment, comfort for intuition. But comfort is often conditioning. And intuition, when untrained, is easily hijacked. Awareness alone does not stop this process. Knowing how influence works does not prevent you from responding to it. The mind can understand manipulation and still obey it. This is where most people get stuck. They accumulate insight, but nothing changes. They know, they understand, they repeat, but their behavior remains untouched. Change does not happen at the level of information. It happens at the level of response. When the mind pauses, instead of reacting, when the body is no longer rushed. The pause is where authority returns, not external authority, internal authority. The moment you stop responding automatically, the system loses leverage over you. This is not motivation. It is recalibration, training the mind to recognize when a decision has already been made before consciousness enters the room. Without structure, awareness dissolves, insight fades, patterns repeat. This is why some women move from understanding to embodiment, quietly, privately. Not everything meant to rewire the mind is shared publicly. Some frameworks are private because they require responsibility, not curiosity. The mind decides first. You can ignore this, or you can learn to work with it. Once you see where decisions begin, you stop living as a reaction. What happens next is a sovereign choice.